you. You're here in Kåring.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Yvet, and I brought Mello and Umela to Rene, all the way from the Netherlands. I am 33 years old, and I'm working with horses now for a long time. Mostly starting young horses under the saddle, and working with problem-solving horses. And from that I grew my own feather-light horsemanship business. We have developed an online academy in which I was able to share more of my work with more people. I need to talk a little bit. That's what I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So how many horses do you have?
I have 9 horses. Mm-hmm. These are 2 of them.
Yeah.
I've got 9 of my own. One is a foal, and there are 2 like youngsters, which I have to start under the saddle still, and the other ones are a bit older.
Yeah. Do you have horses in training as well? Or?
No, not at the moment. No. I didn't want any horses in training now for a while, because we've done that for a long time, and I felt I needed some time to work on my own horses, have some time for my kid, and do things differently a bit.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah.
So are you self-learned, or did you have a mentor on your way?
No, I'm mostly self-learned, but of course you meet people, and from everyone you take a bit and you learn new stuff, and then you try that out with the horses, and then every time you work with a new horse you kind of learn a lot of things from that horse. So I think the horses are my biggest mentor, because they've taught me the most. Yeah. Lekker. She needs all the attention.
Yeah. So as a newly mom, you told us you just had a baby 1.5 years ago. Had that changed your approach towards horses, or how you're training them, or how you're seeing them?
Yeah, I think so. Because the whole process with James was, he was born 3 months early, so I spent 3 months in the hospital, and I was always a person who needed to do everything herself for her horses and check everything, and I wanted to work with them, and I couldn't miss a day without seeing them, you know?
Yeah.
But then that time I didn't even dare to go near them, because I was afraid that I would take some dirt or something to the hospital, so I haven't seen him for like a long time. And then I started to realize, like, hey, you don't have to be so controllable about everything, you know. Yeah. And it's not a problem if you leave them, to just be horse for a while. Yeah. And so when I started again, it was more about, I realized, like, hey, now there's not so much time, because you obviously have to focus on the baby as well. So every time that you do go to the horse, then you really just feel like, okay, I just have to enjoy this. And of course I enjoyed it before too, but then you always had like a plan or things that you work towards. And now it's more like, hey, what do I feel like? Oh, let's do that. And it's also fine if they miss a day, or it's a lot easier, I think, with the less goals.
True. You said under the clinic Thursday evening, that you were trying to use treats.
Yeah, true.
Is that a mom thing, or is it?
I think so. Yeah, because I hate that. I hated that before. I never felt that brought me anything good. If I didn't want to do it, but I see a lot of things. Around, and that was just one of the things that I thought, well, let's just give it a try, and if it doesn't fit me, then it doesn't fit me, but at least I want to have given it a try. And so that's just something new I'm trying out, and I think with James that that mom feeling comes out, that you just want to spoil your kids a little bit.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Yeah.
So how was the clinic Thursday evening? What feeling did you go in with and out with?
Well, it was good actually. I loved it. I enjoyed being out there, and it felt natural and as if I could be myself. Yeah, it gave me a really good feeling being there with the horses. I think the horses also felt that it was like calm and relaxed, and it was nice that Thursday evening.
Yeah. And then yesterday.
That wasn't nice. No, that feeling was not not the same.
Yeah.
No, I lost myself there.
Did you? Or did you lose yourself? Or,
Yeah.
So,
As soon as I entered the arena, I could feel like it's when you enter that arena, it's like a big stadium, and we've had the rehearsal, and the horses were perfect, and I was just one with the horses. It was all fine, but there was no one watching, and now I entered the arena, and it was as if the people were sitting on my lap. You know, it really, they were so close by. And I remember saying to the horses, no, we got this, don't worry. But I worried on the inside. Yeah. And I could feel Imola being a little bit upset over it too, because I'm just a little bit worried. And I forgot about Mello, because I felt like, oh no, what's Imola gonna do? Because it's her first ever show, and I wasn't sure of how she would be able to handle it. And I got insecure of that. And then I forgot about Mello. So in the first turn that I took, Mello just wandered like forward instead of following us, which I didn't expect, because Mello is just always on our side and never have to ask her anything for staying on our side. So I didn't do that now either, but I was a lot different, and Imola was different. So Mello thought she's the only one who's not having a problem, an issue with an audience. She likes being in the spotlight. So she thought, well, I'm just see you guys later, because I like this and you guys don't. So she went, and then that got me even more nervous, because then I thought, oh no, this is not going good. Then it got into my head even more, and I did the one thing that I promised myself not to do, which was focusing on the eyes and trying to make a good show out of it. Whereas I wanted to do right by the horses and give them, do right by them, and not really show off what you can do. But I started just rushing and thinking, okay, so I have to maybe show this. Oh, maybe I'll show that. And then she thought, well, goodbye. And it went on and on and on. So no, that wasn't my best. Yeah.
But it was still interesting to see.
Interesting is a good word for it.
If you had seen the clinic from the day before, it was actually interesting to see, because you could see what you had talked about. Happened. So.
Yeah, but for myself it didn't feel good, because I wasn't with them, you know, I was with the eyes, and that's the one thing that I said also in the clinic, like no matter what, you should give your horses that open feeling. Hey, you need to be free in your own body. Well, I wasn't free, so it was obvious that they couldn't stick to me like that, but
So tonight is a Gallashow more.
Yes.
What is your plan there?
Yes, so, well, actually the organization is really good, because I didn't sleep well last night, because I thought, how do I need to make this work? Because in my head, if you have to enter the arena again after a show that didn't go that well, if you have to enter it again, then you take on that negativity with you, and it's even harder the second time. So, because you know what can happen, and you don't want it to happen again. And so I thought all night, like, how am I going to do this? And of course I know a lot of things that I should have changed, but it's hard because it's all inside your head. And so now the organization, I talked to the organization, they came up with a great idea. They're giving me a headset, so we're making a show/clinic out of it. And I'll enter the arena, I'll bring the horses in, and before we start the clinic I'll introduce myself, or before we start the show. And that gives the horses a little bit of a time to not feel the rush of having to perform right away. And I'll start my show and I'll do my things, and if I ever feel that the horses need a little bit more guidance, then I'll raise my hand, the headset's turned on, and I can just explain a little bit on what I do to refine the horses again, instead of feeling the need to, the show must go on, you know. So then I can just stay true to myself and do right by my horses and give them what they need. When they feel lost, and it takes the pressure off already for myself, because then I can just do my own thing, and that's what I'm good at, giving the horses what they need. I'm not good at performing and giving a show, but I can work with a horse that's a little bit worried or something. That's just what I can do tonight.
So when you're going home tonight or tomorrow, which feeling do you think you will sit with in your body?
Like a big lesson learned. And of course it's never nice if you have had an experience like that things didn't go to plan. But it's a big learning lesson, and yeah, I think I'll take that out of it the most. Depends also a little bit on how tonight goes, but I'm really hoping that tonight I can stay true to myself and show what I feel is very important in the horse world. Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you too.
this. And I'm looking forward for tonight.
Yes, me too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.